go. Rev it. Hey. 1, 2. 1, 2. Somewhere in there. Oh, hey, all right. All right.
Man, that sucks. So I was just, I started the stream early and, you know, I just listened to a lot of stuff because it's cool. And I was like, oh, I'll just start the stream early while I'm getting stuff ready. And I forgot that, like, when I turn off the camera, this one setting, just like, you know, so you don't see my camera until I'm ready, it like just automatically decides to mute the audio. That sucks. Well, I have to show you guys, like, you guys got to hear this one part. I drove down to Washington, D.C. for a gig on Tuesday, and that's how many hours from here? Like 3.5 to 4 hours from where I live each way. So, you know, I'll listen to stuff. And I pulled this up on YouTube to listen to, and like, so I don't even know how I got here, but I found this really cool channel. This right here, what we were just watching, is Herbie and Quincy Jones in the studio, but the other thing that I was watching that's really neat, it's this channel that I just found, is, let's see if I can go back to it. Here we go. This is it. Anthony Marinelli, who's a synth player, and I don't know, you know, it was just like the algorithm fed it to me. And it was about, he was interviewing another synth player. His whole channel is all about synth stuff. And I've never analog synth. I've never been into like synth stuff at all before, but like I love it. And like he played on Thriller. This dude Anthony Marinelli played on Thriller, and then he had this other dude on Thriller, the guy who wrote Human Nature, with I guess he basically wrote the demo, which was the chorus, the why tell them that it's human nature. That part, he had that whole demo done. That's this video. It's this one right here, Steve Porcaro. And I was like, okay. I just listened to that. And I was like, this is really cool. So then I found this other one, and I was tripping out. And I've just listened to this one part a few times already. I don't know if you guys are like me. Like, you hear something and you just love it, and then you just want to hear it again and again and again. Kind of blow it out. The dude's name is Mike. What's his last name? Mike Dean. This dude. And there's this one part where they're just like jamming. Yeah, this is it. All right, so let's listen right here.
Down. Can't beat this thing.
Don't play those chords.
Need some ring.
What's your bass note? Hey, what are you playing
sounds
there?
so good in here.
Huh?
Everything sounds so good in here. Because the speakers are your instrument too in here. You know, you designed it. Like, I'm in a synthesizer when I'm in here.
Like, they talk about Tonto. This is like Tonto on crack. You know what I mean? You know?
So they said, I've listened to this video a few times now, like especially this part of it. So I was like, well, what is Tonto? Do you guys ever do that? Like the old heads, like they mention shit. I got on this kick after my dad died. He had on this TV, he had this whole channel with just all it did is play old Johnny Carsons over and over again. And I feel like I forgot it all, but I learned so much shit from those Johnny Carsons. Oh, Fizz Italia Converter. Yeah, Gzvor. That's badass, dude. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Let's look that up. Fizz Italia Converter Bion P-2. Let's check this out. See your new drip Fis Italia. What is it? Bion P-2. Let's see this thing. Oops, I left out the P. Here it is. This is G4's new box. Dang, that looks serious. Oh, this is awesome. So this is a brand that I don't think I've ever played. I wonder who makes them. I was just talking to Frank Petrelli on the phone about who makes what accordions historically. That's cool. So why what made you choose this brand? Look at all those chin switches. 6 chin switches. Wow. You're going to get that, you know, all the chin switch people, they all get like a little mark here. You're going to get that mark. That's so cool. I mean, chin switches are what's up though. They really are. And then the deal, like so many of those Bion players, their deal is about switching up the orchestration. It really reminds me of Hammond B3 players where they're always, you know, changing their sound. They're messing with the pulls and stuff, you know. They're always there's this guy Vlad at Cinema in France, and he's Ukrainian, and he plays B system Bion, and he's like he's so good. And that's his thing. He's just always moving through all the different registers and orchestration while he's jamming. It's really cool. Well, here, let's hear this part because it didn't even get to my favorite part. So, like Anthony Marinelli, the dude with that kind of looks like Carrot Top. He's gonna show Mike Dean. Mike Dean's gonna be like, "Whoa, what are you playing there?" And they're gonna like freak out with these like crazy. I guess it's like fourths in your right or fifths in your right hand above different bass notes, and then I think they start doubling like the top note and maybe stacking 2 fifths in a row, like F, C, G, that kind of thing. G4, I was actually surprised. I did not know. Oh wow. Whoa, yeah, mom and dad hooking it up, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome. Early Christmas. Sick, dude.
Oh, next gen.
There's a soundbite.
It's next
You know what I'm
gen.
saying? It's because everything's midied. You know, things that are CV are CV'd. You know what I mean? What were you just playing? What are you doing?
Oh, wait. I was going to look up what Tonto is. I showed you guys. Tonto synths. Check this out. He's like, oh, this is Tonto on crack. Or something like that. So this is Tonto. I guess this is like what band? I'm sure there's people out there watching that know about all this. You guys probably lived through this stuff. This is it. The Tonto synthesizer. Ah, look at that, man. Wow. Oh, Tonto, Stevie Wonder? Oh, wow. Okay, that's fun. All right. But we can't. Anyway, check this out.
Going.
I'm playing like fifths.
But what's the bass note? It's like.
Well, you can use multiple bass notes on any of those fifth structures, right? You can, if you had that, right? You can switch it to this. They all work. I could walk up. Then I could walk up. They all work. It's just, you know, quintal harmony in fifths. You know all that.
What's up, Tom?
Get a pedal. Get a pedal. It sounds like the future, right? Keep it in fifths, and then you're always good. Yeah. You got bigger hands too, right? Nice. Beautiful.
Anthony,
Are we in a manual?
tap manual real quick.
Huh?
Tap the manual button really quick.
Oh, we're in like flashing mode?
Now get back to edit. Edit.
Oh, so you could be like.
Here you go.
wants to stretch.
Yeah, you get your webs.
All right, that's enough of that. All right, but it's pretty cool, right? Definitely pretty cool. Okay, let me get rid of that. Hello, everybody out there. How you doing? I kind of like having that thing behind me, though. That's kind of cool. I'm kind of feeling like that. I'm just on water today, folks, but, you know, I actually feel like I might be getting a cold. You guys know when you're like, you feel that, like, I feel that this is a trademark. Start the day feeling good. Like, wake up, do your thing, or maybe, like it was today, hard to wake up in the morning. I should have got more sleep. And then you do kind of wake up, you know, like Tin Man style, oil me or whatever, and you got your espressos, do thing. In the middle of the day, you're like, man, I ate lunch after a couple students today, and it's just like, I don't feel terrible, but it makes me go, am I getting sick? I don't know. Whatever. Other than that, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm on this EPA fish oil kick. I'm doing a bunch of like crazy research. I'm still definitely into AI. And all that kind of nonsense. Whoa, why did it meter so? I didn't like this. Let's see if I can do it again. Bring it down. Will it do it again? No, it won't. Anyways, welcome to the Rising Reed Accordion live stream. I'm Dallas. I'm broadcasting live from southeastern Pennsylvania. And as you can see by the accordion and the junk behind me, I'm a real musician. I'm so sorry. I was so stoked to just play a bunch of cool stuff before the live stream, which is mainly this one video that we were just looking at. But then I didn't realize that there was no audio. So it was kind of a waste. C'est la vie. Let's see. See if I can get that cool space background. This one right here. Play. Yeah, there we go. That's lovely. Okay. Now we're just cruising through space. It is a little distracting though, isn't it? What about this one? Not to get too fiddly. That one's too boring. Oh well, we'll do that one. Creates a vibe. Liminal space, man. So, okay. Let me read the deal. Hello. Yeah, you can tell by the glow under my chin. Shoot. It's plugged in though. Okay, wait. No, it doesn't want to rotate. Okay. Happy hour is a nap. Yep. Happy hour is a nap. I like that. Rolling garb. All right, what's up? All right, my name's Dallas. This is my live stream. Times are weird, and I think they're just going to keep getting weirder. This live stream that I'm doing, that you're watching, is pro accordion, pro musicians' rights, representation, pro educators' rights and representation, pro LGBTQIA+, pro gender equality, pro feminist, pro democracy, pro political plurality, I can never say that, pro immigrant, pro immigration. We're anti-fascist, anti-white supremacist, anti-genocide of all people. No genocide, it's bad, and including genocide of the Palestinian people. We are anti-Semitic, which means pro-Semitic. Pro-public funding for the arts, pro-public education, pro-educators, pro-academia, pro-university, pro-junior college, pro-education in general. We're pro the people. We're pro-wealth equality. And honestly, healthcare for all. All right, that's the deal. I say that because times are weird and, you know, we got to stick together. If any of those ideas are not what you're into, stick around and enjoy the stuff anyways. I'm not excluding anybody, but the vibe is we got to... time to speak up and make movements, because otherwise it's going to go away. That it's going to be really bad. On today's, hey, what's up, Harmon Schwartz? Welcome back. And welcome to everybody. Welcome to Hans Accordion. I don't know if you guys could hear me over the synth blast that was happening, but hello to all. Welcome to all. On today's stream shortly, we're going to continue on the second part of a three-part series on Leadsheets. Today, since we're definitely moving towards Christmas season, it'll be holiday music, really probably just mostly Christmas music. I'll try to do something that's not Christmas, bust out some cool Hanukkah tunes on the next stream for the Leadsheets. What's up, Kennedy? And then the, whatever it is, 22nd or 23rd, the one that's the live stream that's Tuesday that's right before Christmas is going to be just like a holiday music, Christmas music celebration, which is, it's been really fun. Where people just send in your links to your favorite Christmas accordion videos, or all holiday music, or secular winter music. It's all good. This is the time when, ancient man maybe thought the sun was dying, I guess, ancient civilization, and trying to resurrect the sun as it died. That's one tradition. I know we have a thing called the Mummers that goes, it's like a Philadelphia thing. It looks like Carnival, but it smells like a dive bar. And it's this weird New Year's Day parade in Philadelphia. And that tradition, you'd never know it, but that tradition goes back to the Mummers in jolly old England way back in the day, and the pagan roots of they had to just wake up the sun by going door to door and demanding alcohol and booze, and then they'd sing you some songs. Pretty interesting. Okay, so here's something weird and fun. So I had promised to get some sort of documentation and web page, and of course I didn't really do anything, and that's what I was kind of trying to scrounge something together and use AI. So I want to show you guys the thing that I made that I haven't even played with it. It probably is broken, but I want to see. So in fact, let me access it because I don't want you guys to see other stuff that's in my Google Gemini. Yeah, this will be okay. All right, so check this out. So what I did is I took the transcript from last week's live stream, and AI is super good at taking transcripts from things. This is how I do my lesson materials and lesson notes and notes after classes now, is I take the transcript of the thing that I taught and I feed that into an AI that I have given it instructions and revised them and stuff. No, don't do that. Clean this up, make this shorter, make the links this way, and it's too long, it's too short, this sort of thing. Add extra sections. Anyways, you can do the same thing. So it's really good at taking information like that and giving you stuff. And so what I did here, check this out. Yeah, let's look at this. So this is what I did. I'll show you my prompt. So I said, make me an app to help people understand the ideas in this live stream where I was teaching how to play lead sheets on accordion. Here's the transcript of the live stream. So then it's just, I just pasted in the transcript. And the transcript is gigantic because I'm talking here for 2 hours. So 2 hours of a man talking is a lot of words. So anyway, I didn't tell it what to do. I just left it to its own devices, and it made this thing right now, literally a moment ago. And I haven't played with it yet. So let's see what happens. So we have to figure out what this app does. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to show online. So Leadsheet decoder inspired by Dallas's accordion stream. All right, slash chords. Boop. All right, so we can feed it. Use it. Okay, should I touch the red button? No, don't touch it. All right. So input symbol. E. Oh, nice. Look at this. Okay, minor 7. Okay. And then, oh, look. Okay. So that looks like a G. Yeah, okay. So it's like giving us pro trick for E minor 7. Play E bass plus G major chord. Pro trick. Yeah, man. Okay. What else does it do? Styles. Okay. Wait, slash chord. All right, let's do a slash chord. Slash chord. Not E over E. That's not a slash chord. Let's do let's do a sus chord. G over F. Or no, F over G. My bad. F over G. Okay. Then look, it has my quote. The thing to the left is the chord. The thing to the right is the bass. That's it. Okay. And it doesn't really... Okay, look at this. All right, so it's showing an F minor chord, which is I suppose it is... yeah, it didn't really... That's kind of technically incorrect, because a normal, G over F would... It could be either, but it normally would be an F major chord. Okay, let's see what styles does. Okay. Here we go. All right, style interpretation. A lead sheet gives you the skeleton. The style is the flesh and blood, that you add to it. Dallas emphasizes decoding the symbol is only one step. I have to say, this feels a little narcissistic, just so you guys know. I'm self-aware enough to know that this is a little bit weird. Talking about this app of my own thing that is having a 2-hour live stream every week narcissistic? Maybe. Self-indulgent. Okay, tango milonga requires specific rhythmic articulation. Well, duh, what doesn't? Often marked by sharp contrast. I would say that's true. Don't just play straight beats. Use bip, bip. That's not helpful to anybody. Experiment with 3-3-2, right? Milonga. Left hand, root plus chord. Okay. Jazz swing, Frank Morocco style left hand. 4 quarter notes to the bar. Walking bass feel, sort of, yeah. It's more like a rhythm guitar feel. Like swing guitar or Django guitar, but right hand handles the color extensions. Yeah, that's true. Don't overcomplicate the left hand jazz chord to keep the groove solid. I agree with that. Classical hymn. Yeah, this is not incorrect. It's not, I don't know how helpful this would be, but at least as far as notes, like if you're like, oh, just give me review notes of this thing, it's kind of cool. All right, now let's see the wisdom. Oh boy. Okay, the wisdom. Look at this. It's a quote. Okay. I want to use imagination in my terminology a lot. We are imagining things and we have to harness our imagination. That's true. The more we harness it, the stronger it gets. That's true. Okay. Type 2 fun. Frustrating, exhausting, and tiring in the moment, but satisfying when you look back at the progress. Yeah, I learned that from my girlfriend. Type 1 fun is like where it's just fun. Like, you know, it's just fun. Type 2 fun is where it's fun afterwards. Single rule for beginners. When you see a complex chord, if you're a beginner, just play the root and the minor triad. Ignore the 7th, 9th, 13th extensions. The left hand keep... Yeah, I would agree. Slash chords rule. All right. So this is interesting. Should we change it? Does anybody have a different prompt to give it to see what else we could get? Birdie, do you have any ideas? I mean, it's got the transcript, right? And I don't really know. I don't know the limits of what it can do. It's something. So this is Google Gemini, which I've been messing around with. And it's in, you can't really see it, but it's in a mode called Canvas mode, which is the mode where it like builds apps and stuff like that. I'm going to wait until somebody gives me a suggestion for a new prompt to see if it'll do something else. Okay. Oh, Birdie Worcester's been having it make lead sheets of chords and explaining the chord changes. Whoa, that's cool. Is it accurate? And where does it find the chords? So can you give me an example of the prompt that you give it, Birdie, or like an approximation of the prompt? And which one do you use? Are you using ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or DeepThink, which is the Chinese one that I haven't played around with, but everybody says is really good and super cheap? All right. Well, I'll come back to this when somebody throws a prompt in there. Oh, nice. Okay. So Birdie says, in ChatGPT, can you make a chord chart to fly me to the moon? That's cool. And it does? I want to try that. I never thought of that. That's really neat. It'll say it's copyright, but it'll... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't copyright a chord progression. So the chords... Like, that's why iReal Pro, that app, can exist. Because you can't copyright a chord progression. You can copyright a melody. All right. Well... Let's see, what else? I don't know. I taught a couple fun group jazz small group classes yesterday. It was really fun. I'll be doing more in the next couple weeks. I'll be advertising the jazz chords and harmony group class that's coming. Oh, I know. Okay. So the workshop in New Orleans, you can register now for it. So you go to cinemausa.com and it's starting to fill up. Which is really cool. There's still spots left for both weeks, though. So it's the first 2 weeks of May. And you have to get your lodging separately. There's a few different options. If you're on a really tight budget, there's a hostel, like within walking distance, like basically next door to the hotel that it's held at. Yeah, here's the 2 weeks. May 4th to 9th and May 11th to 16th. It's really awesome. And there's a third accordion player coming this year who is a Gibet Baudin. Really talented dude. I think he's in his 20s. Super cool. And all right, that concludes my plugs. Let's see. So now let's just get into it. All right. So I'll tell you guys what. If you participate, it's more fun for me. So we're gonna do Christmas songs today, and I have a couple Christmas fake books on my iPad that we'll be working through and from. So if there's one that you're into, let me know. So let me get the sharing up, just like this. Let's see. Hang on one second. Let's do this one. Okay. Okay, so this one is called the Easy Christmas Fake Book. I'm sure you can find that for purchase online. Let's take a look at this. So last week was about chords, and it wasn't thorough and exhaustive, but I don't know. It doesn't make great content if I don't know, if it's too much of a lecture. So it's good to play. Let's take this one. So this one has a bunch of chords in it, doesn't it? And look, okay, so this is totally a scam of the publishers. Do you see how far away this is? Like, I think they call this engraving. Like when the stuff is positioned on the page, they do this on purpose. They do this so it's hard. It's hard to make photocopies of. They do it so that they can like put more pages into a book, and then they can be like, look, it's like a 300-page book. And it sucks for musicians because you want everything on one page. All right, so here, let's take this. Also, exciting news for me, my Moschino accordion that has been given like a real complete total overhaul, and it's my favorite Moschino. It's the one that I first bought from Barbara Schlechter, who was a student of George Secor's. It's done. And rather than risk the mail messing it up, or UPS or FedEx or whatever, I'm going to fly out to Salt Lake City next Thursday, and I'll fly back the following day, Friday. And then on the live stream next week, I'll be able to play it for you guys. That'll be really exciting. So that's really cool. All right. I'm looking for my back strap here. Here we go. Oh, and the other thing is I finally had the jack replaced in this accordion. So now I don't have to worry about the popping. There was something up with the jack. It was nobody's fault. I think it was just maybe like a faulty jack or something like that. Did y'all hear that? Y'all ready for this? Let's see. Yes, no, that's muted. Now you should. That should be loud and clear. And you can see a little bit more of me. There we go. Dum, dum, dum. Thank you so much. I was wondering about that. I think it's by default. By default, it's I'm seeing double. Now here, let me edit the video. It's doing this by default. There you go. How about that? You turn the tables on me. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. That doesn't work. So I'm trying to think of like a walking thing. I'm just kind of playing at the beginning. How do we want it to sound? Schmaltzy? This is the part everybody knows. Now, is that really an A dominant? Da. gotta scroll again. In excelsis. I kind of hear like a contrary line there, but where could it be? Dee 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 doo dum. The name of the game again is imagination, really, and so to I don't know, to demonstrate, which might be some, like, if you enjoy what I'm doing, then you might just enjoy the music. It might just give you ideas. I had a friend of mine ask, if I had any arrangements written out or anything like that of how I play or stuff recorded, holiday tunes, just because he's a gigging musician. He was like, I just wanted some new ideas just to hear what you do. So that could be helpful. And and it can get into the technical stuff like we talked about. But to talk about like the approach is, and to support everybody out there, which is also like my vibe. You guys can do it too, and you're probably already doing it. But think about like accessing the imagination and saying, what do I hear? And at this part, down at the bottom, I'm hearing a vague idea, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. And so I want to kind of tease it out. I want to experiment, improvise some different ideas, and I'm hearing like the right hand line is going up in excelsis Deo. And I'm hearing like a contrary line, which means bum ba ba dee dee dum. Like a line that's going in the opposite direction of the melody. So the melody is going up, so this line must go down. And I don't really know what I hear, but I want to target that. So that's my target. So then I would say, all right, to work this out, I want something that's ending on the G. And I have, if I think about it, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and then the 5th step is G. So I could just start on a G and go 4 up. That's a D. And that's a nice line, right? How's the left hand volume? Actually, I have no idea what the accordion sounds like here. I just made the left hand a lot louder. And I don't know, the right hand's probably loud enough. It could be louder though. Okay, so re, do, ti, la, sol, which is D, C, B, A, G. And we'll do that contrary motion. But it goes on ba 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 bum. It's kind of dissonant, but I wonder if I add some harmonies. Like, let's try some fifths. I think it's impossible to play Christmas music and not be cheesy. So just disclaimer. If it sounds cheesy to you, it kind of sounds cheesy to me too, but it's okay. I like cheesy stuff. Okay. Let's see. So that's one idea. The fifths were pretty neat. It's like kind of a more modern sound. I'm just really like going everywhere. I'm throwing spaghetti against the wall. And if I was to use my critical voice to say like what's not working here or acknowledge how it could be better, it's that there is switching so much is usually not ideal. We want to have a cohesive concept, at least deliberately through areas of the song, right? So if I'm doing kind of more basic triadic stuff, and then all of a sudden I do this like really wild fifths, like, you know, it really does sound like the synthesizer stuff. Let's see. It might just be out of character, or it might be cool. It might lead me to something that goes, that's really neat to harmonize in fifths in the right hand, like the video we were just watching. So maybe I want to take it backwards and do this, see if I can do a whole pass or a whole section. And that would probably make it sound less weird. And that's what I think about it a lot too when I'm thinking about playing a solo arrangement. I create this whole world. I get to create this whole world. And it's high demand when, well, I don't know. What was I was about to say, like, that we want to develop, you know, that's my aesthetic, at least. A lot of solo accordion music doesn't develop. It's just the same thing, and that's cool. That's fine. But for my thing, I want to develop. And so I want an arrangement idea that develops. So just talking about an idea that develops, I could start with 2 voices, or just the melody. I think I did this stuff last week, but it's totally fine. It's good to do it again. Let me move back a little bit. So if I have just the melody, that's 1 voice, and the left hand, which is the 2nd voice. Scroll the page. That's a C. Something like that. So in this case, for me, I can handle thinking of these 2 melodies. Some of it is swapping back and forth, you know, like listening to 2 conversations or whatever. Some of it is really hearing the 2 ideas at once. Some people are really brilliant. I feel like you can get better at that, but also that's a talent you're born with. So I could keep it even simpler. But how do I, if something is so reduced that I don't have really too many ornamentations, and I don't have reharmonizations, and I don't have big chords and harmonies, and maybe I don't even have the ability to create a counter melody in the left hand, what am I left with? You're left with the stuff that Jack and Natalie excel at so much, which is not to say they can't do this other stuff, but just make a single note sound amazing and move somebody, you know, which is a wonderful ethos and way to look at the world. Like if you can't move somebody with 1 note, how is more notes going to help you be more expressive? Which there are very many logical counter arguments to that, but just as to motivate it one. Nah, that's not right yet. Maybe a high register. So bringing in another voice then. This is a really wonderful device. It's something to do with the major scales you learn. Anybody that's taken a significant amount of accordion lessons with a teacher has probably learned major scales in the left hand, which is very useful for many reasons. You can use it in many circumstances. Like in this case, when you have a tune that is so diatonic like this one, and diatonic meaning this part until we get to the da dee da 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 dum. In this section, all of the chords are from the key of C major. And so this goes for like Irish music. This goes for a lot of different stuff. But I could just walk a major scale, and as long as I keep moving it when I hear a dissonance, it probably is going to work, especially in an improvisatory way. So like when I sat down to like, if I was going to crystallize this and be like, I'm making an arrangement that comes from me improvising different ideas, then I would be more discerning. But I'm just going to go down the major scale. And I'll start with a higher register. So. Now I'll go up. There. I added a little passing note here, and I played with the rhythm of it, but it creates some perfect movement. The other thing we have that's working for us is the fact that the phrases are 4 bars, and a major scale is 8 notes if you play to the octave. So it perfectly fits in there. I could do faster. And I could also just, on top of that, there are like just cool keyboard tricks and stuff, just patterns to try out. So the synth video that we opened with, where Anthony Antonelli, I think that's the guy's name, and Mike somebody or other, they're talking about like playing these fifths. You're improvising, you know, and playing with fifths and moving and saying something, and then your inside voice goes, move up, move down, change it, da-da-da, move the left hand, move the right hand, you know. So if I was to do that in the same way and try to combine maybe just a sixth or a fourth, if I do a sixth, it'll sound more inside. If I do a fourth, it'll sound a little bit more modern. So I'll show you the melody. Parallel sixth. I can't help but add a little ornamentation. It warms it up. It feels so much less sterile, like bad MIDI. And if you notice, what I do most of the time, especially in this, is my thumb is just going to move and play most of those lower notes, if not all of them. And then on top, to make my melody more smooth, I'll play the melody like with 3, 4, 5, and or 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here I did that, my index finger. Some ornamentation. Now here we have an A. Really, this is like an A7 chord. So you need, in this case, we're moving away from all the notes of the white keys. So it's a C sharp here. So let me pick a different register. I hate it. I hate it. That's a really interesting sound. Now what I start on, yeah, it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because it's so different. It's so much more dissonant than everything we heard before. It's a beautiful sound, but it doesn't match, you know? Like decorating a room, you know, you might have a beautiful piece of art, but it doesn't go with the rest of your stuff. So it doesn't belong there. It itself is not ugly, but not there. So that's a really cool sound that I could replicate and make a whole concept out of, but it does not match the sounds that we had before then. So it sounds wrong. Okay, cool. Okay, so I just got an alert. I gotta go check a package downstairs. I'll be right back in under 3 minutes. In the meantime, let me put on something fun. Replace that. Let's go over here. Hello. And stop. Replace it with these. Should we check out the Herbie thing? Let's see what's on my... You know what there was? Mario Mexicano was playing gypsy jazz. He was totally playing minor swing, and it came out... This is fun. It came out just like last week. Let's see, where is it? Is it this? Oblivion. I think it's this one, yeah. Be right back. So that was back to Mexicano. I just think it's fun to hear those guys play gypsy jazz. Django Reinhardt. All right, so yeah, just like talking about the stuff that I think is fun and exciting to me is about the interplay of the melody against the bass notes, and then if I go slow and easy, or I'm like thoughtful, then I can really kind of follow different melodies and stuff. Let's check out a different tune, and if anybody has like a Christmas tune that you want to hear me do, let me know. Let's go to this other fake book. Let's see, which is, if I search for Christmas, let's see, Christmas, the Christmas Real Book. This is a good one. I did a gig, last week, where we used this for the whole gig. This one has many more jazz chords. I'm not sure I know this one. Jingle Bell Rock. Okay. Yeah, I'll get to Jingle Bell Rock. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good challenge on the accordion for sure. All right, so we'll get there. Let's see. Okay, here's the Mariah Carey tune. So how do we... So again, to get into it, I need to use my imagination. So, and if I don't have it, if I don't know the song at all, then I'm going to go listen to some versions of it for inspiration. Or if I don't have inspiration. Sometimes when you don't know a tune, it's really fun. Just grab a fake book or some sheet music and just play. And that just gives you, it's another way of like learning stuff. And then you kind of have no expectations except for whatever the notes and the sounds tell you. Okay, so dum dum dee dum do da dum dee do la do dee dum dee dum dee 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 do. It's a 6. Let's see. That doesn't sound great on the accordion. Regardless, there it is. Da si da va fue fo di. Ah. Oh. La da do dee do. Second page. All I want for Christmas. Shit, it's hard. That's really hard. Shit, I gotta get loose. Okay. Okay. This one I feel like the vibe is trying to do it as close to the original as you can get on an accordion. Let's see. What kind of left hand could we do? Boom. This has got like a R&B, but I suppose it is. Let's see. I'm reluctant to even listen to this song on the stream to get a copyright strike, but this is kind of be Weird Al style. I don't really love it. So translating pop stuff to the accordion is so hard for me. Is it hard for you guys too? I'm always amazed when people can make pop tunes on the accordion sound correct. Not easy for me to do. And I find that like it's more about capturing the vibe than it is trying to exactly replicate the thing that the other instruments are doing, especially in the left hand of the accordion. Kind of getting close to this. Did it, boom, boom, bit, boom, but okay. I'm trying to find a beat or a pulse. I wonder if you guys have any ideas. I say. Let's say, oh, like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. It is that 12/8 thing for the hook, but then when it's hard. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. It's just so, like a bass would probably, or a keyboard would be going boom, be boom, be bum, there's a boom, be boom. You'd have those octaves and stuff. Ah, do 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 do. Ah, don't ba do do do. I'm trying to like just go and vibe. Vibe. No. And, turn the page. Oh, I see. When you tap it, it goes. It's hard. All right. All right, let's know about it here. So, let's see if we got a chart for Jingle Bell Rock. Shuffle. Yeah. Yeah, John. Okay, so John's saying a shuffle. Let's see. That's a shuffle. Boom, ka-chak, which is built on 12/8 feel. 12/8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom, ka-chak. And then it has, at the same time as doing that, has this what do you call it? Backbeat. Boom, ka-chak, ka-chak, ka-chak. It's kind of essentially something like that is a shuffle. It can swing more. Boom, ka-chak, ka-chak. It can be more jazzy, more swingy. It can be more sort of even rock. But that's a shuffle. But how do you do it on the accordion is it sounds like a tarantella or something. Man, see if we got Jingle Bell Rock in here. If not, it's probably in the other. There we go. Would that be it? Okay, so if I'm thinking of like this kind of rock and roll, earlier rock and roll, played on some sort of keyboard instrument or whatever. Hard to do. I'm too early. Shoot, I gotta work on my stuff, guys. Not too successful. Let's see. So, all right, but I don't mind. I'll show all my flaws. So all right, so then I gotta work this out. So it's like, all right, Dallas, you gotta work on this little bass line thing. This classic 1, 3, 5, 6. And what I would do, say I needed to learn this for a gig, or I wanted to learn it, and it's not, obviously I can't just do it. So okay, here's what I would do. Put the concentration into my left hand, and I know that I can basically do this pretty good with all by itself. So then what I need to do is, if I try to do the right hand, it's too much immediately. So I'll put it into the melody. I'll sing it. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Or how should it be? Jingle bell, jingle bell. That could work. Jingle bell. Nah, you don't want to put that flat 7 in there. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Or maybe just up and down. Just up. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. But there's snowing and blow. Lordy, da ba 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 doo dum. Bad and day. I guess it doesn't break there. Now what should the bass line there? Bum bin ba. That could work. Sing it out. Because if I can find the energy and the vibe that way. La ba da dee da da do de do dum. Da da dee da da do de do dum. Do de do do dum da de do dum. Do da do do de do 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 dum. Ba do da do da. Z da da do da. Let's see. How is that going to work on the diminished? Not da do da do dee dee dee. Okay. I won't go into the bridge yet. I guess it's an ABA form. This one says shuffle up here. So, let's see. I could do that. Kind of works too. It definitely feels like what's his name, Louis Prima to me. La da da dee da 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 do do. Emily da da do no do da da do 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 da do 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 do. Da 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 da. Shit. Da 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 do da da do da da. It's fine. It's just maybe I'm not trying to go for like such that thing. That's more like jump swing meets tarantella, I suppose. I might just do the bass line. I wonder if that will work. Now, can I get la da da dee da da do 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 da 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 da. Thinking of my voice, I'm fairly happy with how I'm. Not like I'm gonna get on stage and sing this for anybody, but like the energy that's in my voice, I feel like it captures it. And if I can find a way to let that energy flow through my hand, da 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 da. If I think da da da, gotta kind of follow it. La da da dee da da, la da 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 do do do. Maybe that's it. It's got to be longer on the jingle bell, and I'm going jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell, boom. Good. Let's see. And the challenge is because it's syncopated, and that's what's hard on the accordion is to do syncopated stuff across the two hands. Do da ba do bap do dum da 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 do dum da da da. I think the secret for me liking how the accordion version sounds of the melody is playing things longer than I might if it was a swing thing. Do dum da 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 da. Do dum da 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 do do dum. Now just accordion. Do dum da. It's hard, man. That G's low and it's like kind of underplayed. Can hear it. Needs some harmonies or something. It sounds too thin. Shit, I'm getting fancy. It's got a drive. It's rock. That's bad. Not stuff I've worked a whole lot on, but it's good because like if I could walk that bass, then I'd be better at walking other basses, right? And walking bass on the accordion is always something that I've struggled with. Do 1-5-1-6 combined shuffle. Like that birdie, which this would work better on the free bass. Let's see. This might be better. How am I gonna get to C sharp? This is where Stradella kind of fails. On the free bass, this would be more successful. It'd be clearer and cleaner, and we could really feel the movement of them better. Because right now, in this key, the fifth is below the root. So it's like we're playing. When what we want to hear is. What if I moved it to a different key? What would have... Cool. Stuff to work on, you guys. All right, what else? I love your idea though, Birdie. So Birdie's saying do that. Do. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing. Now, how do we do the C sharp? I guess it works like that. What's the fingering? I've never thought of doing that. Now, and I guess it got to be light, like not too long. Body's not gonna let me do it. So these rhythms. So then I got to do some practicing to kind of get it together. So new pattern for me doing this sort of thing. So what do I need to do? I like to take a new repeated pattern and to build up the nervous system to play it automatic. And I would do this in any genre. I'll just start with this and I'll just try to put something really simple on the different beats. And so like 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, just to get my nervous system to kind of like calibrate and line up, like so I don't keep crashing and falling on my face. So So that's on 2. There's part of this is like the somatic process of feeling in the body that is going to hold it. That's just what we're trying to build. We're trying to build this. Think about a drummer. If a drummer sits down and goes to play a groove or anything, it's in the body. So I want to make my body automatic here. And to build that, I got to do some exercises. 2. 3. Man, it's these guys. I wonder if there's a different fingering. So that's it. Because I have 2. I guess I have even more than that. If I did C and G, that's going to be the same shape as the fundamental. So it's either this, which I kind of like, but it's my 4th finger. That's worse. My 4th and 5th. And here, it'd be 3-2 and then 3-4. All right, you guys are probably sick of hearing that, but that's how I go about that. Not super successful, but fun. Definitely really fun. Cool idea, Birdie. Really cool. All right. Take this. What about doing a tune in a different feeling? So we could do Joy to the World in a few different feelings. And this is a jazz reharm thing. This is called the Christmas Real Book. So it has, instead of like your more standard stock chords, it has a lot more 2/5s, 2/5-1s everywhere, a lot of extra secondary dominants and stuff. And then your chord symbols are going to be fancier also. What happened to my Apple Pencil that was here? I feel like I just had it. Did it roll off the table? Probably. I see it. Okay. So, don't smash the accordion. I smashed an iPad, actually. iPad was on the desk, and then I had the accordion, and I sat down, and I didn't realize the accordion was like so close to the desk, and it smashed the glass on the iPad. So you're gonna have things like you're just gonna have more extensions when you do, especially on what's like a Christmas hymn or a Christmas carol or whatever. This is like the jazzified chord symbols. If I was to play all these. Yeah, I'll totally look at Oh Holy Night for sure. So that's with I'm going through this and I'm playing all of the chords that are written here. And if I did them in the left hand, D major plus B minor is a D major 6. 9. There is a way to get a 9. Especially the part about thanks, Mike Siaka. So you can do it that way. If we turn this into a waltz, when you turn a 4/4 song into a waltz, a lot of the times the solution is to make every bar of 4 2 bars of 3. I find that that's a really good solution. So bum ding dee dum ba bum bo bo like that. So let's try that. Yeah. scroll it for us. And now I'm much more decent because this is all the left-hand stuff I've done a lot. Unlike these rock and roll bass lines that I haven't done that much. So other ways to do it. Could make it a tango, and one of the tango feels, the milonga or the kind of other thing. Doom check, check, step. Would it even work? No, I don't think so. I don't think a tango is going to work for this one. What would tango do with this? With this melody? I feel like it's also cheesy when you do all this stuff, but that's what it's all about. So what would tango do with this? Like, I know that they like these like seconds and stuff. So to take the melody and to put a second either close below it, so like that is really cool. It creates all this neat tension. You wouldn't do that there, but or you move it out to an octave lower, like there. So let's see. No, that's incorrect. There. So then you have like a ninth, I guess. And a G. Where's it go? Da-da. The F7. Try to go for a surprising chord. And the old school tango sound is like that's a 13 sharp 11. Where would we go from here? To an E. Wait, don't be. I don't really know all my tango vocabulary, very little, but just following around. Okay, that's two genres there. Let's go to Oh Holy Night. Yeah, for sure. Oh Holy Night, the stars. O would be probably with the letter O, you'd think. J-K-L-M-N. I do know. Oh, I just saw it. There we go. Okay. So 6/8, a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So it could be like many different ways to do this, right? So let's see. What could come? Let's see. This version, let me look at a more standard version. The Easy Christmas Fig Book. It's bound to be in here. JK LMNO Holy Night 106. Okay. Can't even see the page numbers. Oh, I did something with this. Was this from last week? It may have been, or maybe another time, but there. Okay. All right. So this is really interesting. So this version is not written in 6/8. It's written in 4/4 time. Oh, this is dum dum, dum bum. And there are so many fewer chords in this version than there were in the other version. So if let's play it just sort of basically as maybe it's a very, very basic skills. You know what? I'm doing something weird to the rhythm of it. Am I playing Oompa Oompa twice in a bar? This tune is weird. I don't like that. It's too weird. That's kind of chorale-y, I suppose, or organ-y without really doing too much. I was using, again, the sixths. They're really nice because they're a beautiful harmony that's going to work most of the time, and it's not too close. On the accordion, close harmonies feel a little bit more dissonant than they do on other instruments like a piano. That's thirds. And that doesn't work. I gotta change that to a fifth. Get the whole accordion in there. Ba bum. Va dee dee dum. Okay. So where would I go? It's so, like, you know, delicate and sensitive very often. You know, you imagine like a children's choir holding the lit candles and their faces illuminated, and they're all wearing the white robes and stuff. Very Catholic, I suppose. Or I don't know, maybe not. So is this too heavy of a sound? Or something here? Now here it's kind of dead in this part. We are right here. Oh, wait, hold up. Add a new layer, folks. There we go. There. So this is like a problem area. Got to do something about that. Something needs to happen, or else it just dies. Otherwise, the melody itself in this context has enough rhythm. It carries it along. And it's very chorale-like in there. I guess because of that, that might be like an interpretive definition of what chorale-like means. A second voice, or even one voice. So make it build. So if I do maybe, I've got this note, this voice that's going to move around, and then the other voice is going to be the melody. Nah, there's one. I was trying to think of like the classical thing where you, like kind of the Baroque thing where you have a, what do you call it? A suspension. So if it was the root with C, and thinking of, instead of just the root of the chord, that harmony as a melody. Bum, da, 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 dum, and you go da dum. So that doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's kind of one vibe, and in this case, I want to like really use the air to put the primary interest on the melody. What are there other things? And this, I guess, this is like using the accordion like this. I think oompa is probably not the way to go here. But more thinking like holding chords. I made a mistake, but I made it work. I need a little bit more bigger sound. Let's see here. I don't like that either. So far, all I like is sort of a couple voices here. Or thirds. And if it's two voices in my right hand, then the secondary one can be moving in steps. It's kind of like a B7, so I should have played something more. And but there is, I've got it's very similar to the other thing that I was doing. So I've got the melody in the top fingers and then a counter melody in the same hand. And the left hand could either do a droney thing. That gets kind of wearying though for listening. Like I don't want to hear myself just drone the C. So what if I was tasked with playing this? That might be fun. What if I did it kind of something interesting? Probably that one. So I'm playing these chords. I'm playing other chords. So I'm replacing C major with A minor. And so, if you're interested, the harmony I'm doing here, and it's kind of cool, especially on a repeat. It's a way. This would be what's called a reharmonization. And I tried to do a D minor here instead of the F, but it didn't sound good. So I'm going to try the F. That also doesn't sound good. Maybe it's got to go back major. So you swap those two chords. That's a fun one to do in a major key to do the minor fifth. Other fun things we could do. Fifths. Could I do all perfect fifths? I went to a sixth. Let's go to the other Oh Holy Night here. And see if they gave us some different chords. It's so Vince Guaraldi when you jazz it up, right? Let's see. Zong, dang, da, dang. I don't like that. It's just too thick. And it like kind of buries the melody. So maybe I want to go. Where was that? Next page, please. Nah, it needs a C. Let's add to. It's very CCM, contemporary Christian music. These little diatonic shapes, CDG or DEG. It's hard to feel it. That doesn't work for this like vaguely Cajun kind of 3-3-2. These 2/5s don't really work, but the pentatonic stuff sure does. So these chords with pentatonic scale, you can do these things where you grab notes of the pentatonic scale. So C, D, E, G, A. So I'm holding the G or E. So staying out of the blues notes is probably better. It's not bad, you know. It's not a great performance yet, but it's not a bad concept. And that's kind of interesting because I've never really thought about this before. But what I'm doing is I'm putting this 6/8 into 4 by making it. It's like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Da ba boom boom be boom ba boom 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 be ba boom 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 go da boom boom dong da go da dong da go da boom. I cannot keep that left hand going. Dude, I gotta shed my left hand basses. All right, that's enough of that one. That was kind of cool though. So I was like, that got a little bit Cajun-y there. It's kind of at the end. How are we doing on time? 4:35. All right. Boom. Let's see. Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. Pretty Paper. I don't know these, man. Pretty Paper. This is a Christmas tune by Willie Nelson, huh? I don't know this. not my key. Pretty paper, ribbons. Do you guys know this one? I don't think I know this one. Three beat a ba boom, ba ba bee ba ba ba. Three, go one. Do da dee, do da bee ba ba da da dum dee dum ba. It's really almost out of my range. Dum, dee, oh. Ba-boo. F sharp. Okay, I don't necessarily love it, but it's cool. Another rock tune. Ooh, let's see. How do they have these chords here? Rounds are rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Hop, 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 the tea. La, mistletoe, la, 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 tea. La la so si la fa mi, so si la fa mi. La da da di di da 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 ba da do bi bi bo. La 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 ti ti la la ti la la so si la ti do ti do. All right, so again, how to do how to do a left hand here, guys. This is the challenge. More pop tune left hand stuff. Could that run? Rocking around the Chris. This is not really the correct. It should be a simpler. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas. These are like way too fancy chords for this tune. We should do this tune in the other book. Let's do another one. So I excel at all this shit that I practiced a lot, and I kind of am not so great at the stuff I haven't. Does that ever happen to you guys? But yeah, so like if I wanted to do it as a sort of a swing thing, no problem, essentially. Let's see. This is some reharm. What am I gonna do with that harmony? What am I here? This? I got. Okay. Yeah, if I want to do that, I got many ideas because I have many ideas. I have a lot of vocabulary and I got a lot of nervous system experience. When it gets into other genres, not so much. And change it up. Okay, Santa baby, da da do da dee 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 dum. So we're in G. So a fun thing to do is to use these tunes to work on stuff. If we start on right on the top of the tune, work on it to do sight singing for solfege. So in this case, you work on these are all written in like G and C, easy keys, F, in the fake books usually. Dum dum. Sol do. Let's see, sol, do. I'm still in C. It's the thing, my ear will stay in the previous key. Lam, so, which is why I like to go do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. Let's see, I'm doing la, sol, do, la, do, sol, do, la, do, re, mi, re, do, la, sol, do, la, re, do. Let's see, re, mi. So re is a raised re. When you raise the second note a half step, it's re. Re, mi, re, do, la, sol, re, mi, re, do, la, sol, do, la, do, mi, sol, fa, mi, sol, la, do, la, do. Let's see. You want that 2 and 4, huh? Too dumb. And this is the kind of the stuff that I've learned a lot from Jack and Natalie is like really breathe into that bass. So when the bass is exposed like that, that's so much better. Do bam zoo, check a doom, check a. Because it's a whole new like left hand thing. So how do I put the melody on top of it? Man, that's the old that kind of deal. Boom ba doo da. Do da do da. Do do da. Do da do do da do da dee 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 da dum dee do. Let's see. Do dee do do. Yeah. Do da do. Do da do da dee da dee dum do da. I'm getting there. Is it better like that? Or that? Because this is not a bad groove. It's not too hard. I can't do it yet, but it's not quite as hard as the other things. Is it better to hit that bass note again? Or is it better to hit the chord again? Like that. Santa baby, da-da-do, da-dee, do-da-do, da-dee, da-dee, dum, da-dum, do do da do den do da do da dee da dee da do do da do da dee da do do da do ba da do do dee do dum. It's getting a little. Gotta kind of push that air, and again, that G is the lowest note on this accordion. So I'm going from the highest note to the lowest note, which is weird for the air. You really gotta like, oh. Okay, so how far can I get on my right hand? Okay. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, guys. We'll see. I got my wires crossed. La. It's kind of fun. I want to, when I have all those eighth notes, I want it, the left hand starting to go, it's like getting busy. Cool, that's really fun. I like that one. Okay, how about another one? Santa Baby, that's what we did. What's this one? Same tune. Santa, bring my baby back to me. I feel like this one could really handle oompa. Let's see, where's that? Second page is where it's at. I don't like all these reharms here. Let's go to the other one. Easy Christmas Fake Book and Santa. Where are you at, Santa? Silent Night. Oh, I went too far. Is it not in here? Might not be in here. Silent Night. Unless, are they not? Oh, weird. They're not in strict alphabetical order. Okay, let's go here. Santa Claus. Where are you, Santa Claus? It's not in here. Ba-ba. That's fine, you know. You could make anything swing, right? That's no problem. Okay, so how about I guess one of these rock songs would be a good. Could we do Jingle Bell Rock like that? Go. Return to Jingle Bell Rock. HIJ. Where are you, Jingle Bell Rock? I'll be here. We'll break it up first. We'll do I'll Be Home for Christmas. All right. Da dee dee dee. Da. Should be a 2/5. So some of these, the ones that are Great American Songbook, 40s, 50s, that 60s, you hear Dean Martin and all those cats sing. Those are better off with the jazz chords. So let's go to the Christmas Real Book. There it is. So we get started at the A. This is the verse. Oh, I didn't know there was a verse. So when you hit the return of the theme again, how is it interesting and not boring? That's such a tension. Da da dee dee do. A reharm to the tritone sub. No, the sharp four. Have to. So, this is what happens often in a couple different tunes, but Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Then you do it again. It's an AABA form, and then ba-doom. And then no. A lot of times the jazz players will do that, F sharp, half diminished. They'll do, and to make it like really surprising and dissonant. So I was wondering if we could use the same thing here to keep the energy up, because like one of the things I feel is like it just kind of dies. Do I really have to be? I don't know. It's kind of like losing its momentum. So, it's kind of dead. Yo, needs a. And then if it's this, it's so much movement. So let's see. Let me try to land it. It's like you just gotta land it, and I'm not landing it. I keep starting back at the top of the page. Maybe that's the best part. And that one, what do I know? What's your I don't even know. Nah, I don't know. I need to get this. I need to play it out. Okay, so when I get to the B again, it's gonna be like simple and soft and like really brought down. So back at the top page. I gotta get it some more solid. I think it's gotta go to minor. I don't like that B flat 9. Too boring. What can we fit in there? Melody is a D, so you can't do too much against that. You gotta really move it up, but then you need the dominant in there. Asata. No. Yeah. So for the E flat, I'm not kidding. There it is. What would it be? Shit. Oh, shit. That chord is... It's like I finished that idea. I'm not getting into... Every time I've done this, I'm not getting into that E minor 7 flat 5 well enough. I want to go... Lazo de... Nope. 3. It's got to go back to there. Get it tight. Could be that. Fully diminished F sharp or half diminished F sharp. Bit bop boop beep boop bat boop bum. So in the left hand. Maybe like that. E flat. Ba. Maybe like this. That's probably what it is. And then slow. All right. No. Almost done. Almost done. I gotta try this one, and then I'm out, guys. Is this in here? Oh yeah, here it is. I want to see if I can do some kind of zydeco sort of thing. The thing is, I don't know if this is gonna work because the melody has a major 7, and I'm totally playing a dominant. That's not gonna. Not gonna work. Maybe it's gonna the Cajun thing. This is my Moby Dick. Not happening either. Okay, I'm gonna work on this pattern. It's so good, so good. Okay, all right, guys. I had fun fooling around on this stuff for 2 hours with you. Very, very fun. I'll be back next week for one more of these. I forget what I'm not really following my pattern of what I promised to do. Although this one was about different grooves, so I didn't write out anything, but you can sort of see my thought process of coming up with an idea, like imagining, all right, what's supposed to be here? What kind of groove is supposed to be here? And then starting to do it in my left hand. And I think the big obstacle is my own nervous system, you know? And then the other obstacle is just, is it a good, not necessarily is it a good idea, but is an idea that's going to work with the tune. And yes and no, that sort of thing. So really fun to go out of my comfort zone, fun to expose, you know, to just play. So thank you guys for the positive feedback. And yeah, like I said, you can catch all these again. I'll see you next Tuesday for the 3rd installment of this lead sheet thing. And then the week after that for the holiday music extravaganza. Stay warm, stay good, stay safe.